Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey, yo, what up, everybody? It's Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's the best place you could be on a Thursday, unless you're watching football. It's the Mike and Mish Show. What up, Mike?
Oh, my God. What? Football better than this? I don't think so. I stopped watching football because of this, damn it.
Your microphone weird right now, Mike?
Is it weird?
Yeah. Sounds like
It
you're
sounds
on
weird?
Yeah, you sound like you're on your computer microphone or something.
Oh, that's dumb.
Let's figure that out.
Dumb.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, what's up, everybody? We got Jason, Big Ben, Eric, Absent Minded. We got our Swervo cuts in the comment section already. It's a good night to talk bare knuckle, my friends. We got a champion edition of the Mike and Mish Show tonight. We have two champions that are going to be traveling to Marbella, Spain, both putting their belts on the line against two of the toughest customers from the UK. We got Dave Mundell, the middleweight champ, coming on, and then we're going to talk to the welterweight champ, Austin Trout. Mike, what do you think about all that?
Oh, I think that's pretty damn cool. Lots of gold. Lots of gold. 49ers over here.
So much better.
Yeah, it sounds better.
Yeah, you sound so. What was that?
I'm back, baby. I don't know. Well, how did that even happen? Who even knows? Who even knows? My microphone changes on its own when you start the show. We were talking for 20 minutes before the show. No problem. We have an extra moon flying around the friggin' Earth. Who the hell knows what the hell that's all about? We had a lunar solar harvest eclipse the other day, whatever the hell that means. Whatever, man. Things are crazy and weird around here.
Whoa, hey, look at what Absent Minded just reminded us right now. Only fitting that the champs are on tonight. We're about to hit our 300th episode, Mike.
That is correct. We are about to hit that 300th episode.
And we haven't even figured out exactly. We do have a big name coming on to start off the 300th episode. I don't know if we've said it yet, but we haven't.
No, I don't think we have.
We haven't built the rest of the lineup yet, and we're working on that still.
We're doing some things.
We're doing some things. You guys want to tell them who the first guest of the night is next week?
Should we say it now?
Why don't you just say the first one? We'll just let him think. We'll think.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Guys. So there's a guy
Very
who
nonchalantly.
very nonchalantly, we're going to let you know that next Wednesday, our 300th episode, we're just only going to tell you our first guest right now. And he was, at the time, I believe he was the youngest champion in the UFC when he won the 205 title. I'm not talking about John Jones. Before John Jones's time, big rival of Dana White, big rival of Chuck Liddell.
Someone guess?
We're going to have on the Huntington Beach bad boy, Tito Ortiz, who is a massive fan of the BKFC nowadays, holds watch parties at Tito's Cantina down there. We're going to have Tito Ortiz to come on.
If you ask Big Ben,
yeah,
Tito's Cantiana.
Cantiana, if you ask Big Ben, of course.
Big Ben. I think you moved him up past -%. I don't want to say it, though. I don't want to say he's positive, but he's done some positive here.
Yeah, I think he's up to like maybe 4% right now. 4%.
Well, so now we got to friggin' cut checks to this guy?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So, yeah, that's what you got to look forward to next week when we hit that 300th episode. It's going to be awesome. We got more people coming on. We're going to have a few more. I'm going back and forth with a couple people, so we'll see what happens. But before we get our first guest on, we just got to shout out our sponsors real quick because the champ is waiting to come on right now patiently.
Champ is here.
And he rushed. We rushed the champ because we're fucking
rushed him.
We rushed him. But here we go. Hey, Bucked Up Energy, Bucked Up Supplements. Go to buckedup.com. Get all the best supplements on the planet, the best pre-workouts on the planet. Get the best freaking workout apparel and the only sugar-free energy drinks that I will drink because I am a big hater of sugar-free energy drinks. I think most of them taste like ass. Bucked Up ones don't. Go to buckedup.com. Use promo code Mike and Mish 20. You'll get 20% off your total purchase. Thanks, Bucked Up. Go, Mike.
Dynamic life, sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. Also, check out their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's LIV Dynamic on Instagram.
Dude, the Yuck It Up voice is fucking fantastic.
I had to put a little bit of a different flair on that one.
I'm gonna do a different one. I'm gonna say the Rasha, designed to elevate your mindset to an elite, high impact, high performance championship level. The Rasha. Go to Instagram at Rasha Revolution. Hit the link in the bio to learn about the Rasha, or go to www.therasha.com.
Nice.
What'd you think of that?
Was very sensual.
What'd you think of that, Mike?
That was very sensual.
I was trying to sound like almost. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I was going for. I was trying to.
You were going for sensual.
I was trying to mimic the dude that was in the commercial that owns the Rasha, but he might give me one of these for fucking doing that shit. All right. Hey, so Mike, we got our first guest in the waiting room. Why don't we bring him on?
Yeah, why don't we do that? But first this.
Hey, we're here at Knucklemania 4, star-studded event. We got the 175-pound champion, Dave Redneck Mundell, in the house. What's going on, brother?
Just another day in paradise, baby. I'm out here enjoying the fights. It's an awesome show and huge crowd, and I'm living it up.
All right, well, let's get right into it. I see this new belt on you. It's a different color. You have a familiar foe at the top of this card tonight, fighting Thiago Alves. What's the idea here, showing up in LA with the platinum belt?
Listen, Perry didn't want the gold belt, so I made the platinum belt. And see if he wants to go try to snatch this one.
I know that you want that fight. Is there any conversations going on between you and the brass that makes you think that might actually come to fruition?
I haven't heard anything, and it's very frustrating. And I've been calling for this fight for a while. They pull a guy who hasn't fought in 3 years over me. The one guy's like, if people can't see the fact that he is running from me right now, you're blind.
It is a fight that everybody wants to see. Real bare knuckle fans want to see this fight. You guys have history. It should be made. But you have been out of action for a while. Your last opponent with Doug Coltrane. You're victorious once again, still the champ. Donald Sanchez has been asking for you. Is that a fight that interests you? And if not, if it's not Perry and it's not Donald, is there anybody on your radar that you'd be interested in fighting at 175?
I guess you can call me a company man because I am willing to fight anybody. Donald Sanchez or whoever's calling me out, I'm willing to fight. I'm there. Send the name over, I'll sign the contract, and we can throw down. But the fight I want is Perry. The fight I deserve is Perry. And outside of that, it's whatever Feldman wants.
So with that said, Perry's fighting Alves up here. Are you secretly rooting for Perry to win this one so you can have him next?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird situation for sure because I put some bets on that Thiago's gonna win, but if Perry does win, I won't care because at least then I get to ruin his streak.
Here you go. You have a teammate on this card tonight. Crystal Pittman's fighting Sydney Smith. You've been seeing the development of all the fighters in the Shift MMA gym. Shift is really creating some badass bare knuckle fighters in there. What are your thoughts about Crystal going in there against Sydney Smith tonight?
Man, she's going to come out. She's going to dominate. She's going to show everybody how hard she's been working. And it just, last minute opponent change, I don't think she realizes what she got herself into.
What do you guys say in that gym there? Hard work makes easy work. Is that what it is?
All work's easy work.
All work is easy work. Hey, final words. You made yourself clear here. You want Mike Perry next. Is there anything else you want to say to him, to the brass, to anybody that's listening?
Fuck Mike Perry.
There you go. 175-pound champ, the Redneck, Dave Mundell. Thank you for your time, buddy. Go enjoy the fight.
So, really quick, I want to tell everybody that I screwed up and I played the wrong clip, but I'm going to play this clip now.
Oh.
Oh, hey, there he is.
Hey, coming off the longest transition video in the history of the world, Dave. What's going on?
I felt like I just let it play out because there is a lot in that video that you talked about that changed. So you had like the certain trajectory where you wanted to go that night and who you were after. And now here you are going to Spain on like the biggest card that they've ever put on the first card that's ever been, that's going to be on DAZN, right? Your Conor McGregor's going to be there. It's the whole thing has changed. Like, and Mike Perry's not part of it at all. So how about that?
Like I said, fuck him. I'm super pumped though. Going out there, it's a huge opportunity. I get to display my skill set out there and beat up old London boy over there. And I can't wait, man. I'm pumped. It's been too long since I've been in there.
We talk to you at every it seems like you're at every event now, which I think is awesome. It's like we've been saying that on this show forever. Like everybody should take a page out of Lorenzo Hunt's book. Early on in the BKFC days, when you went to an event, you saw Lorenzo Hunt. And everybody knew Lorenzo Hunt by 25 events into BKFC's history, everybody knew Lorenzo Hunt. And on this show, we were like, all you other fighters need to take a page out of Lorenzo's book and get your face out there and be out there. You are one of those guys that have taken that page, man. You are at all these events. Seems like I interview you at every fucking event.
I go to as many as I can, man. I love it. I love being a part of it, the energy and everything, and just like I said, just being a part. It's a great time, great fights, exciting.
Talk about that, dude. How much fun do you have at these events when you're just there as a spectator? You're there as a fighter on the roster, but you're not working that night. You're there as a spectator. You're having a blast. It seems like you're always having fun. Talk a little bit about, the times you have at these events.
Yeah, I really enjoy it's how to say, like when I go watch teammates fight and stuff like that. But at the same time, being that I'm just spectating, like it gets so I'm like I look at them walking out, and I'm like, how the fuck do I do this? Like it's so nerve wracking. When I'm there, like I know the ass whooping that I can take, so I just go out and it doesn't really bother me. But when I see my boys walking out, it's like I said, it's a little nerve wracking. But outside of that, like walking around, meeting all the fans, having people come up wanting to take pictures, being able to just like promote myself and running all the other BKFC fighters, meeting all kinds of these YouTubers. Half the times I don't even know who the hell they are, but like the kids, they want to take pictures with them, so I'll send them to take pictures with them and always get the best seats. So I can't complain, man. It's always a good time.
You know what it is, Dave? And like you are very much cut from the same cloth as Mike and I. Like I don't know who pretty much any of the YouTube influencers are. I also I honestly didn't know who Onwell was the other day. And I was at work. I was at work today, Mike, and I haven't even told you about this. So you know who that is, right, Dave? He's the Puerto Rican rapper.
I still don't know.
Nope. Onwell. He's the dude that was ringside with the sunglasses that kind of looked like
a pink, kind of shiny.
Oh, this special. I have no idea who was he?
His name is Onwell.
He's a massive star.
Dude, this guy, Dave, like Mike, I was in the back talking to a couple Puerto Rican soldiers that work in the back at the facility that we work at. And I'm like, hey, do you know who Onwell is? And this kid was like, of course. Why are you asking? I was like, oh, we were at an event the other day and he was there and we ended up going to like an after party and he was like right there. And I have no idea. They're like, in the world of Latin music, like he is the godfather of Spanish trap music, like trap rap, whatever trap.
He has like 35 or 38 million
38
followers.
million followers.
Top 3 pictures, he's with Trump.
He owns the biggest Latin record company in the world. He has like a shit ton of artists signed under him. And he goes, this kid at work goes, you know who Bad Bunny is? I'm like, yeah, of course I know who Bad Bunny is. He goes, all right, well, Bad Bunny's here and Onwell's here. They're the 2 biggest stars in the Latin music world. I was like,
I feel like I should have went and tried to say hello or something.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know who that guy is.
I'm like, man, I need to start knowing who some of these fucking people are, man. It's crazy.
They need to give us a little heads up before these people pop up.
Right? They should send out, right? They should do that thing like, they send out like a paper with pictures on it, and then it has like their bio, and they go like it's a picture. It's like Onwell, Latin rapper. Da 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 da.
I need a face for sure.
Followers on Instagram. So like you have it there and you're like, look, or on your phone. So you're like, oh, that's Onwell. And then you go, oh, yep, that's Conor McGregor. We know him. Shaquille O'Neal, there he is,
Yeah, that shit's crazy. But anyways, I thought that was funny because you said you didn't know who half the influencers are. Neither do I.
Who it was? I was talking to one of the it wasn't this past event, but it was another one that was in Miami. There was a guy there who's a very well-known boxer, and I had no idea who he was. I could tell he was a boxer just by looking at him. He's a smaller dude, and we sat there and talked for like 15, 20 minutes and had no idea who he was. And we were just like,
so you talked to him for 15, 20 minutes, and then you found out afterwards that he was
and I still forgot his name. I'm so bad with names. Show me a picture, I'll tell you.
Oh, that's funny, dude. That is funny. Hey, I mean, listen, your star's growing. You're getting more and more well known in the bare knuckle community, and it's only going to get bigger when you head over to Marbella. But we're going to talk about this fight coming up in a second. We're going to talk about the fight falling through in Miami. Before we do that, Ryan Reber is in the comment section. You and Ryan are boys. You've been training together. What would you say went wrong for Ryan that night with Alberto Blas? Like Blas, I watched it 3-4 times already. Blas just, the kid's fast and he's got power. Like, I don't know. You being a teammate and a friend.
Had everything he needed to do what he needed to do. I think Ryan got in his own way, and that's my brother. I love him to death, but it just we live and we learn and we move on to the next, and that's it. That's all that's to it.
Yeah, it seemed like he got caught by surprise at the very beginning, and then once it was almost like that saying, Mike Tyson saying, everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face. When that first left hand landed, it seemed like Ryan's mental kind of like went out the window, and I don't know. Hey, we're definitely going to get Ryan back on here because we got to talk to him about Bloss's speed and power, because I'm wondering how hard that little guy hits. For a 135 pounder, you saw what he did with Keith Richardson. Like, Keith thought he was in another dimension fighting the referee. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's nothing special. Just, we'll see. We'll see.
You seem to be thinking about him the way that I used to think about Ronda Rousey. I feel that like I'd watch her fight. She would win. She would seemingly dominate mostly everybody she fought. Like, Boz comes out first round. If you look at it, all its like history of fights, first round, right? All KOs.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I would watch it and I go, I'm not impressed.
He's definitely athletic.
I am not impressed with your performance.
He's
like
athletic,
that. I think something's there.
But I mean, nobody's really pulled him past that. Like, what happens when he does go to the second round? What happens when he meets somebody who's able to neutralize that? Like when someone can actually keep him on the outside, and then he's got to find his way in intelligently. Like, he hasn't done that yet. He just runs in there, and
yeah.
All respect to him. He's a great fighter. Like I said, he's an animal. He's very gifted athletically. It's just what it is. But someone's going to keep him on the outside, and that's when I would like to tune in and see what happens.
All right. Well, hey, you were supposed to fight on that card. You were supposed to fight King Mo Lawal, which was going to be a huge opportunity for you to fight and, possibly put a name like that on your record. When the fight fell through, what were you feeling at that point? Did the BKFC say, don't get too upset, we got something in mind? Or was there a period of waiting after you heard that news?
For a while that I was actually kept in the dark. Nothing was really said to me. And honestly, I'm not surprised, man. Like, I was more surprised to find out that he was actually going to fight me. So I didn't know how that was gonna go for him. I feel like he's at an age and he just wanted to, participate again. But I knew for sure, like, I was not the one he wanted to play with, So when he backed out, it was kind of, I just seen it coming. I was listening to some of his interviews and stuff like that, and he didn't seem super confident, I don't know what he had what he had happen. Like, did he get hurt? Did he just pull out? Was it a money thing?
I think it was a knee injury. I think.
Okay. See, nothing was said to me. I still don't know what was going on. I know we offered to drop all the way back down to 75 to fight and stay in Miami, or just fight anybody, whatever. We just try to pull something together. But obviously, when they said that Spain was an option, I was like, let's go. There was a few different names they gave. I can't remember exactly who, but Christie's the one that stuck. So super excited about it.
Okay, so when they mentioned Spain, Danny Christie wasn't the only name that was brought up.
No. So there were some other ones. Like I said, I don't remember who, but they were just. I think a lot of it had to do with who would accept the fight. As you guys heard Danny say that if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be fighting, and he might be right. He might be the only one stupid enough to get in there with me. But that's thank you, I guess. I don't know.
You got something, Mike?
Yes. So talking about Danny Christie, and you said maybe he's stupid enough. He was talking about you the other day and how he thinks that you're stupid. I think he thinks that you're kissing Conor McGregor's ass and this and that. What do you think about what he had to say about you?
I think it's hilarious, yo. Like, the things that people have to try to cling to in order to talk shit about me, because there's nothing to talk shit. You can't call me an asshole. I don't run my mouth, so you can't really battle back and forth with me. You can't say that I suck at fighting. You can't say that I'm soft, So he's just clinging to anything he can, and whatever. He's gonna be a fanboy too.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting that he came out and did that. Like, I didn't think that anything you did came across as like ass kissing or anything like that, but he felt that way. And now that adds
Called me a wet wipe.
Is that what he called
listen. I will tell you this. I love some of the trash talk that like
I love some of
the UK trash talk is fucking fantastic.
We had Mick Terrell on in the past, and we did something where it was like we had a bunch of words like from the UK, basically they use in that area, and like slang, and we had to like guess what it was. It was pretty funny. I actually got the words from Lou Fuse. He helped me with that. I had to text him and go, Lou, tell me some of these slang words that you guys use over there. There's so many. But I never heard the wet wipe one before. I've never heard anybody.
It was my first too, but when he said it, man, I lost it. I just think that shit's hilarious. Like, I don't know. It's funny as hell.
Then you try to talk shit to somebody, but the other person just thinks it's funny. You know?
Like, you guys know how I am. Like, everyone that I fought, like I don't get into a shoving match. I don't say anything to them. Like, when I go in the ring, that's none of the talk matters. It's what happens in there that matters. So he's gonna find out. He done fucked around. Now he's about to find out.
Do you think so? You've been pretty quiet, like overall. I think that's obviously it's just who you are. Yeah. But have you fallen into a little bit of peer pressure over the years? Because I have to say, like over the years, like I know we say it all the time. I know that guy, Kyle, I think that's his name. He's a buddy of yours, right? There's a bunch of people, and I know that everyone's like trying to push you to say shit all the time. Like, just do this, make this video. You got to say something. You got to say something, like, and then you finally start doing it. And people are like, oh, look at this guy. He's doing this, and that. It's like, but he really doesn't do that. It's just, he's just trying to fucking get his name out there.
Again, like absolutely, the whole marketing team behind me and stuff helping me get some of these videos out and pushing me out of my comfort zone because as you guys know, Feldman asked me to like get out there, promote myself more. I'm learning it's a part of this game. Like, you can't just be a fantastic fighter. Like, you have to be able to promote yourself, get out there, and I feel like I'm marketable. When I was coming up watching fighting and like back in the MMA days, like, it was always who was the best was going to be the most popular. So that just always put my head in the gym and just grinded and got better. And that's what's gotten me here today. And now I'm trying to play catch up on the social media side. But I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. I got a badass team behind me, some people helping me. So, we're going to see
you're definitely growing. You're getting bigger. And now, if you go over there and you win on the stage that you're about to fight on in Marbella, Spain, it's only going to get bigger. You're fighting Danny Christie. Before we gotta talk about Danny. Danny fought one of your teammates. Jared Warren already beat him once. Already beat him in the first round. I think Jared finish him with a jab? I think he did. Like, Jared dropped him hard once, and then I think he got up, and I think it was just like a left. I think it was like a straight.
We all know Jared hits hard, but yeah. I'm telling you now, like, when I get in there, he's gonna be surprised too. And I don't think he realizes, like, he's like, oh, I dropped down to 175, so now I'm gonna do so much better. Like, I walk around heavier than Jared does. I might fight at a lower weight, but when I weigh back in, I'm heavier than Jared fights at. Like, I'm bigger than Jared.
And you might just hit as hard as Jared.
I don't know what he was trying to accomplish by coming to my weight class, but
so
here we go.
You're 2.5 weeks out, and game planning. And we all know the gym you come from. Shift Combat is one of the best in the business. Like I said, you guys already made a game plan for Danny once with Jared. Different fighter, obviously, you and Jared, but you did plan for him once in your gym. He has tons of footage you can watch. He has tons of fights that you can watch. How are you feeling about this training camp and the game plan going in there? Do you feel like this is going to be, all work is easy work once again for you?
Oh, absolutely, man. I've been busting my ass in the gym. I feel like in a camp for the past 8 months. And I'm way ahead of schedule of where I'm usually at as far as like weight management and stuff like that. So everything is just happened for a reason, falling right into place. I'm in the best shape I've ever been, and all my nagging injuries have had plenty of time to heal. So, like, I'm just excited to get back in there, and I think he's in for a rude awakening for sure.
I can't even imagine, dude. I can't even imagine how excited you guys are. I mean, obviously you have like a level of excitement and nerves before every single fight. It's natural, but
it's
like
always different though. Like
this time's got to be very
nervous,
different.
Other times I'm calm. Like right now, like I wake up, it's just another day. You know, I'm super disciplined, so I'm gonna do what I have to do no matter what. But like I'm not worried about him. I feel like there's levels to this, and I could beat him anywhere. I can beat him in boxing. I can be way more intelligent of a brawler. I mean, I can keep him on the outside. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anywhere this fight goes to, I will win. So it's just going to be go out there, do me, have fun, and show everybody what I'm about.
You, Austin, and Tony Soto should walk out to the press conference to Team America. America, fuck yeah. You gotta
That's
say
a
the
pretty
word.
good idea. I like that.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Hey, we got Austin Trout coming on after you. 2 champions back to back here. We love talking to you every single time you're available. You're going out there. Danny Christie, October 12th, biggest show ever. Connor's going to be there. Exhibit. There's going to be a concert afterwards. You guys are going to be partying your fucking asses off. What are your final words you want to say to our audience and to anybody who's going to be watching this later?
We have a picture to give away too, Kyle.
Oh, we have a picture to give away.
Yes, we do.
We do. And Dave, we have a question to ask the audience. And
it's not a 500-minute video either. It's just one picture.
No. This is a pretty easy question. If you guys are watching right now and you want this autographed photo of Dave Mundell, and it might be a poster. I'm not sure what size this picture is, courtesy of the Extreme BKFC fans page. Who did Dave Mundell knock out to receive the knockout of the night bonus? You have 1 knockout of the night bonus in your BKFC career so far. Who?
A few.
You've had.
Well, that's the only one that's labeled online.
Well, you got to talk to.
You have a few knockouts, but you got bonuses on. Did they like label it KO the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's only 1 online.
Okay. So whoever,
which one's online?
If you look up which one is online, which one's online, drop it in the comments. And Noah Lee got it already right there. Boom. David Simpson.
That's correct.
So Noah Lee, come to our Instagram page, DM me your name and address, and we will send you that photo. Dave, final words for everybody that's going to be paying attention October 12th.
Everybody tune in, and I promise you I'm going to give you guys a highlight reel KO.
There it is. Simple and easy. Dave Mundell, thank you very much for coming on here. You are the man. Thanks for giving us some of your time. And I wish we can come out to Marbella and be there live, but this time that's a little bit outside your boys'
always
budget.
Be missing my fights now. Always there to watch everyone else's.
We actually request that. No more. We said no more. We don't want any more Mundell fights. Don't send us to him ever again.
You want to
I think it's just a bummer
watching and not being surrounded by everyone distracting you so you can actually pay attention. I get it.
That's
man.
it.
We don't like when you fight. We want to hang out with you in the crowd. That's what we do. That's why when you were here, we were hanging out with you. We can hang out with you here in the back in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? So we said only when Mundell's in the crowd do we want to go. So but anyways, everybody listen up. You heard how Kyle said it. He did not say Marbella like a certain German Hunnell would say. It's Marbella. God, get it right. Mundell versus Christie, October 12th on DAZN. Can you believe it? On DAZN. How that's pretty damn exciting, I have to say. That
fucking huge, man. I can't wait. Making history.
Unbelievable. DAZN, Conor McGregor, Spain, 3 title fights. Man, unbelievable.
My time, baby. It's my time.
Thank you for coming on,
Go do your
Dave.
thing out there, man.
Sorry for the 8,000-minute video I played by accident earlier, but it was still good. It was good to watch. It's
It gave me time to collect and clean up real quick because I was hauling ass. The GPS said 908. I made it by 8:57.
Wow.
See, there's the truth. I was just helping him out. That was the truth. Everybody, when we come back, no doubt Trout.
Later,
Take it
Dave.
easy.
Thanks, man.
Bullfighting, bare knuckle fighting, it goes hand in hand, man. This is going to be unbelievable.
Finds himself on a very aggressive style.
I got brought into this game to lose, and all I've done is flourish and win.
That is ruled as a knockdown. Rico Franco, though, really sent a message with that win. We might be done, and we are!
Oh, look at that left hand. Of the newest and most exciting addition to the combat sports universe, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, baby.
Woohoo, man.
There he is, the reigning, defending welterweight champion, Austin No Doubt Trout. How are you, sir? Is he muted?
He's you're muted, but you're not muted on our side.
You're muted. Hello?
There you go. No, cannot hear you.
He's got to go out.
Yep, you're gonna have to come out.
We're just going to wait
Come
right
back.
here. He's going to come right back in.
Come right back.
The man himself. That was
Yeah, man. This DAZN, okay, DAZN, guys. I feel like this is huge, and being there, they announce it, and I feel like I haven't really felt the energy from people with this. You know what I mean? With this DAZN deal, because we've been waiting for so long for it.
Test.
Hey,
Nice.
there you are,
go.
Austin. We hear you now. How are you?
All right, so now as I was saying, America, fuck yeah. Come
Listen.
save the month. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking. Hey, you guys should get matching like jogging suits, like top and bottom matching, like you as Olympians walk out there.
I need to come out like Creed, Apollo Creed.
Living in America. Oh, that might be.
Oh yeah,
That might be something to think about for your walkout music, my man.
I do. I might mix it. Start out with Team America, and then segue into James Brown, Living in America. I don't know. I'm definitely going with the Team America, and hopefully my fellow Americans are down to do it too. If not, I'll be the only one singing loud.
I hope you do it. That's fantastic. Hey, Austin, welcome back to the show, man. It's been a minute. You last time we saw you fight was in February against Luis Palomino, where you became the champ, man, the man himself.
Yes, sir.
And what I could tell you about this, you have been in 2 fights in the BKFC squared circle now. And one thing that is absolutely clear is you are extremely comfortable in this sport, and you have some of the slickest movement in there that just works for this sport.
Thank you. I thought so myself, but to have you say it, because you really watch it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the next one. Like, I feel like I'm just getting better and better each fight. And so, look out for opponent number 5. God bless him.
Now, we've been talking about this Marbella, Spain thing for the last 2 nights. We had Tony Soto on last night. We just had Dave. This is such a huge event. It's breaking into a new country for this new the company is only 6 years old right now. They're still trying to get into all the states. They're trying to break into as many countries that'll have them. This one seems to be the one that's taken them to a whole nother level, especially now that Connor's on board. They're doing it in this Bull Arena. They got a huge concert planned for afterwards. When they contacted you about this, were you just like abso-fucking-lutely right away? What was that conversation like?
Dude, it's funny because honestly, we were talking about doing the rematch with Palomino in New Mexico, like I think September, October. And then honestly, I don't know what happened. I signed everything that had the man's name on it, but I thank God it didn't happen, because I would have been pissed if I had to fight in New Mexico instead of fighting in Spain. So, they're like, all right, look, we got a new date, new opponent, probably in Spain. I'm like, say less. God is good. I tell you what, no shade to New Mexico. I would love to go fight back home, but not over Marbella, Spain.
Yeah, well, Austin, Luis Palomino had to fight Fames. No,
Right.
I'm just joking. When they booked this fight right here, Austin, us diehards were like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. Right.
What is this? He was just, we were just talking about a rematch with Austin Trout, and he's gonna fight Fames coming off a loss. I don't know what's going on here.
I think we're getting punked.
Yeah, I think we were getting punked too. Thank God that one didn't happen, but
Yeah.
Luis might still be.
He got legacy to uphold, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
We talked to him actually in Florida, and he didn't say anything bad, but he said what everybody. And I'm sure if we talked to Fames, he probably would have said the same thing. Like, I know Fames would have went in there and fought him. It's just the type of guy that Fames that he'll just go in and fight. We were talking about that last night. But like Palomino's like, really? Like, there's no way. Come on.
Yeah, make it worth my time. I understand.
Yeah, I mean, not hating on Fames or anything, but that just was not the fight. No way.
It was not the fight. But man, you got Rico Franco now. Rico Franco, tough customer.
Yeah.
You've gotten to watch some of his work. He has a lot of footage out there. Tough dude, man. What are your thoughts about Bon Bon and like this opportunity to fight this guy over in Spain?
This is another chance for me to prove my worth in my skill. I mean, Luis Palomino, one of the best in the game, but you can't deny that Rico Franco is a real live dog. And, he's got heart of the lion, and he's going to come and give me everything he's got because I'm sure he knows that this is the opportunity of a lifetime for him. So, with that said, we're taking Rico very serious. As serious as we took Luis Palomino, a little more serious than we even took Diego Sanchez. Because I've always had the mindset, and this is not necessarily how David Feldman or BKFC have treated me. This is not a representation of that. But in my mind, I'm always thinking, as soon as I lose, they're not going to bring me back. Like they're trying to get rid of me. They're trying to get rid of me. And again, BKFC's been great. They've treated me wonderfully. But I just got to keep that little paranoia in my mind because, ain't no friends in this game. So as long as I can rely on myself and I did everything I needed to do, I'll be fine.
I found it coincidental that you said Heart of a Lion. Did you pick that up? And the last guy that he fought was Lionheart Harris, and he knocked him down 12 or 13 times.
Way too many times.
Very coincidental that you said that.
Yeah, I didn't even put the two and two together, but he does have a heart of a lion. So did the dude that he knocked down 12 times because he got
Oh my God, does he?
What I was gonna say, Mike, is I was gonna say coincidentally, like when you just said that if I lose, they'll never bring me back. I, as a fan, feel the exact same way. Like if, say, John Dotson fought and lost, we would never see John Dotson again. Or if, like I fear that we aren't going to see these fighters again if they lose. So it's funny that you say that.
Not
you
that
almost
it's the truth that it will happen, but it's
right. It's just like that's how we feel too.
It's not that BKFC is like, get this guy out of there, but I just have to keep that kind of paranoia because it's just me in there, and I can't necessarily rely, and no one should rely on having favors anyway.
Yeah, we were talking the other day about refereeing and how different referees approach fights differently. Yeah. That Caleb Harris fight. If there was ever a fight where the referee should have probably stopped the damn fight, it was in the second round of that one against Rico, where Rico knocked him down 5 times in that round. He was beating the fucking bag out of that kid.
Yeah.
It was tough, but like you guys just said, Caleb wasn't quitting. That ref just kept letting him go. He got knocked down 8 times in 2 rounds. And he cracked Rico in like the
yes. Yep. In the 4th round, he caught him with a right hand, and he buckled him too.
Yeah, yep. I was shocked by that. I'm like, oh my God, that means like everybody's got that puncher's chance, man. If you just let him keep going.
Absolutely. I felt like the ref, like Caleb may have owed the ref money or something. Like he's like, take this ass whooping.
Yeah.
Now it was wild. You know what I was going to bring up though is, like, so Rico Franco, he's been fighting for a while. He's been fighting bare knuckle for a while.
Yeah.
He has an elastomy bag, not a colostomy bag, but an elastomy bag. Did you know that?
I did. I was aware. Now it wasn't on all his fights. This has happened
recently, right?
Yes, fairly recently. Yeah.
Yeah, I happened to see that during, like, I think a countdown or something, and I'm like, does that stay? Is that forever? Or is that for? I don't know. But I thought it was pretty wild that, like, he's fighting with that.
Yeah, and hey, more power to him, right? He's
Sure.
not letting hold him back. But if he doesn't think that I'm gonna punch him in his shit bag, that's if it's fair game. I mean, and not that I'm sitting here just gonna target the shit bag, but it's a target. It's a target. So I don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up because I don't want to permanently hurt anybody, right? So I'm gonna look up and see what the damages could be in getting punched in the shit bag, and if it could mess around and kill me, I have to
Try not
do
to
what
kill him.
try not to kill him, but yeah,
And that's why I bring it up, because, like, that's something that, mentally you go into a fight with, there's all these things you got to think about. And that's just something extra that you probably never even thought you would come across. And here it is. It's a different situation.
And the thing is, I like touching the body. Pause. Y'all know I'm a body snatcher, and then that left hand where that shit bag is one of my prime places to dig into. So I'll do my research. We want to walk away healthy, happy, not happy, healthy.
This is a wild conversation. DJ Tony in the comments section says there's shit everywhere. I know exactly what movie
I should win if that happens.
I think he's quoting Bob Saget in Dumb and Dumberer when he goes up and DJ Tony, tell me if I'm right about that. When Saget goes up in the bathroom and there's like brown stuff all over the bathroom, but it was melted chocolate, but he just keeps smearing it everywhere. And like, he's like, it's shit. It's fucking shit. Yes, he does. He just said, you know it. I got it right, dude. Yes, that's awesome. Back to Rico though, talk about that shit. This motherfucker's got a pretty good resume when it comes to his sport, right? You got to admit, like Jimmy Sweeney, he has wins over Jimmy Sweeney. He's got wins over Connor Turney. LT Nelson, he didn't win.
And that blood was talking and saying, "Oh, he stretched Connor Tierney pretty ugly." Everybody go back and watch that. Connor Tierney was talking shit. I'm like, bro, watch what I do to the man that knocked you the fuck out. You know what I mean? Watch this.
Yeah, he caught him pretty good in that fight.
Yeah, it's a good old left hook. We're looking for it. We're looking for that left hook. I hope he throws it.
And when you look at opponents, I just looked at a comment in the comment section. They said Jimmy Sweeney is the GOAT, and I'm not going to argue with that because he has 23 or 24 bare knuckle fights. But I am always one to like look at the records of the people they fought, and like the first 17 fights on his record, I don't think a single person had a win on their record, or they were debuters. Yeah, do you look at that? Do you look at that kind of stuff?
Yes, first because the numbers they kind of lie a little bit sometimes. And it's really prevalent in boxing. You see a guy who's 20. Right now, I know a guy who's like 41-0, 39 knockouts, and he hasn't fought a winning record his whole career.
No way.
Yeah, but. That's saying he's not good. That's not saying he's not good. It's just saying he doesn't want to step up the competition. I've known a lot of guys who had very great undefeated records, but it was padded big time by people that just came to lay down. And when it was time to step up against somebody who was fighting some killers, they folded every time.
Yeah, I've had this conversation, and people that are like diehard Jimmy Sweeney people are gonna want to fucking kill me on this one. But dude, he beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 debuters in his first 14 fights. And then the other guys were 1-0, 1-0, 1-1, 1-1. And when he started fighting, 5-0 Rico Franco, Rico Franco TKO'd him. Then he fought a debuter and won. Then he beat Rico But then he lost to a 6-0 Barry Jones, lost to a 7-0 Barry Jones, and then he fought a guy that was so it's like, anyways, we're talking about Rico, not Jimmy Sweeney.
But I like to think my record with the Palomino win under is more impressive than Jimmy Sweeney's. I had one debuter for my debut, and then I had a 6-0. Well, I'm sorry, 9-0.
9-0, and a lot of people will say, like, and it depends on who you talk to in this sport, which has only been around since 2018 for BKFC at least. Bare knuckle fighting is the oldest sport in the world. Like this bare knuckle fighting actually started when the cavemen existed and they were fighting over their women and food. Right.
Yeah, and apparently my ancestors was well fed and well laid.
But now you got the new sport, BKFC, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships, been around since 2018. Depending on who you talk to, who's the GOAT right now? I mean, everybody will say Christine Faria for the women. And then for the men, most people will say Luis Palomino. You know what I mean? So that is impressive. And your debuter fighter that you mentioned that you fought was Diego fucking Sanchez.
Yeah, he's tough bastard.
Yeah, too tough for his own good, I think. So, yeah. How do you see the fight playing out with you and Rico? Not giving away game plans or anything like that.
Yeah, but the way I feel it's going to happen, it's going to go one or two ways, right? He's either going to come at me and try to make it an ugly, rough, tough fight, or he's going to try and box, or he's going to come at me, get touched up, and then try to box, or he's going to try to box, get pieced up, and then try to come at me. But either way, we're ready. He does have good footwork. He does have a good little pullback. He does have a nice check hook as he spins out, which is very veteran of boxer, right? But we're ready for it. So
that is something that I saw. Like, not that you guys have too much similarities in your styles of fighting, but his circling out is he's very good at that, and that's kind of like one of your bread and butters when you circle out and fucking check somebody's body or something like that.
So we'll be spinning each other.
Yeah, you guys will be dancing in there
a little bit. But I don't see a decision being in my best interest. This is not my this is not my hood. He's from Portugal, which is not far from Spain, and so. First round, we'll get to it. Second round, I think he's going to figure out that what he thought was going to work isn't going to work. Going to try something else. Third round, we got to get him out of there. Work on starting to get him out of there. I got 2 more rounds left, But I see a third or fourth stoppage.
You fought pretty much 1 year apart. Your first 2 fights were almost a year apart exactly. Now you're fighting here in October. Are you going to try to be a little more active, or is it just the way the cookie's kind of crumbling when it comes to conversations with the company?
No, I would love to be more active. But yeah, it's just whatever kind of lands. But it's gotten better because this was, 9-10 months.
Right.
And as opposed to a year. And I just put on a good performance, promote the company well. They'll want to see more Trout.
What I think is going to happen now that that Connor's part owner and like more eyes are on the sport, we will admit that, and he brings more eyes. This DAZN contract, this DAZN partnership changes everything. I think they said in the press conference that they're going to do 12 like major events a year, or 12 major events on the DAZN platform, and then the rest of the fights are going to be on the app and on Fubo and whatever. I would imagine bigger name people are going to start rolling in, so yeah, you might be a little more active. I think things are starting to pick up a little bit. What do you think?
I think some of these name boxes are going to try to start coming over, which would be great. Maybe I could get that Danny Garcia fight I was looking forward to.
Oh man,
or, get one of them Charlos, both of those Charlos back in the game, because I want my rematch for that too. So they if they're smart, I mean, look, boxing is my first love. I still love this sport. It's dying. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. It's just, I mean, it's scrambling to get a place where people can watch it. And in boxing, people love boxing. So guess where they're about to go? To bare knuckle. You know, it's more exciting. It's on the front line of saving boxing as far as combat sports.
Yeah, it's just easier too for, I think, a casual fan to watch. It's easier to follow. It's fast paced. There's a lot of cuts. There's a lot of knockouts. People don't have to stick around for it. You know, like, you don't have to be there for it. You just got to show up for a second, and then you can go get a drink. You come back and you see something, you go back. You don't have to be there the whole time. You have to be watching 12 rounds, 10 rounds straight, just trying to watch what's going on. And you're like, oh, I missed 3 rounds. I don't know what's going on. Who's winning here? You know, people.
Because that's important. You know, there's usually a story being told in this drawn out. And don't let me start shitting on boxing, but you're right. As far as casuals can watch it, because you don't need to be an expert to figure out what's going on.
Right.
Nope, you don't. I love boxing. I love combat sports. I love MMA. I have, you know, for the longest time, I have friends over, family. Let's have a party. We'll watch UFC events. We'll watch the big boxing events. Most of the time, nobody is paying attention at all. Even when I have just like 3 friends that are way into it compared to other people, they're still not paying attention because, okay, we're watching UFC and there's all wrestling or there's jujitsu. So they're on the ground. We're not paying attention for an hour and a half because 3 straight fights are wrestling and jujitsu. We're just talking to each other. Or we watch boxing and all the fights are going the distance. We don't really know the guys that are in the fights, and it's not that exciting, so we're not watching it. You know, but this is just like, oh my God, did you see that knockout? And then we start talking, like, oh man, we just missed a knockout.
Shut up, I'm watching. Stop talking to me. Leave me alone.
Very like fast-paced, kind of keeps you watching. You can go get a drink, come right back, watch a knockout, and then go back and get another drink. I don't know, it's just way more friendly to the casual fan, which there's a lot more casual fans than diehards.
You're correct.
I got to ask you this, Austin, being, you know, coming from the boxing world, what Misfits boxing is boxing for the casuals. You agree with that?
I do.
Misfits boxing are a bunch of not trained very well fighters, influencers, hot chicks, and YouTubers, and like they are pulling eyeballs. Why? Because those are the casuals that are watching that. They're people that don't fucking know too much about boxing, but they know the name of the.
And they have good fights. You know, not to mention the fights are producing some good action.
But they're more popular. Those influencer fights in boxing are more popular than the fact that like Canelo just fought. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everyone was talking about L. Brooks fighting on Misfit Boxing when, you know, the best fighter in the world just fought, and like barely anybody was talking about that shit. It blows my mind. And then like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson coming up is gonna blow fucking records away because it's Jake Paul and a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? It's a gimmick fight, but everyone's gonna watch it. It's for the casuals.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree. Although I will give Canelo his flowers. He did have something like 750,000 buys. That was a good one for him. But you know, how many Canelos do we have? There's only one.
Right.
This is going to do numbers like that. But you're right. These misfit boxing. I mean, Elle Brooke was training in our gym, and
she's good.
I was about to say she can fight. She can hit. She's taking this serious, and that is, I think, what any fighter should only ask. Like, if you're gonna come do this, just take it serious. And like Jake Paul has, Elle Brooke has, everybody that I've seen in the Misfits, they're taking it serious. They're really training. They're putting in the work. They're trying to learn the craft. And as a fighter, I have to appreciate that, because that brings more eyes to my sport. They're gonna start appreciating the things that I do, because they're like, oh, I see what my favorite fighter Jake Paul was trying to do. He's trying to do that step around slip like Austin. You know, and now I might start getting some love because Jake Paul did it, but whatever. We'll take it.
Oh man,
it's like on one hand, it's almost feels like it's unfortunate, but on the same token,
it might be saving the sport.
It is fortunate, right? It's it's at first people are like, oh, screw them, screw Jake Paul, they ruined the sport. But then now looking at it, it's still going, and he's doing good things. He's bringing in real boxers, right? And he's putting them on the cards, and he's giving them a big platform. So he's kind of revitalizing.
A lot of people, a lot of fighters that fought on their card, on a Jake Paul card, got more money than they ever made in their whole career.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
Combined, which is crazy. So shout out to Jake Paul. Keep doing your thing. You know, if I don't ever see a dime from Jake Paul boxing, that's fine. He's spreading that shit out far and wide through a lot of boxers and a lot of like Jalen Love. He's gotten a whole new career with Jake Paul by being his coach.
I think Jake is a pretty stand-up dude when it comes to promoting too, because you just said all that stuff, but like he was fighting on one of Amanda Serrano's cards, and he wasn't fighting a huge name guy, and he didn't have the ego to where like I'm Jake Paul, I'm on the top of the bill. He fought, but he fought before. Yeah. He fought in the co-main and let Amanda Serrano have the main event spot, which I thought was pretty fucking cool. I was like, whoa.
That was really fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's something. Yeah. Coming from box. Okay, so I got a question from the audience here, and I'm going to see if I can read this right, because I'm trying to like being a boxer and now in bare knuckle. Do you feel they are the same, or is there a wide margin of difference?
There's a huge difference. So the first fight, the first difference I figured out right away was don't sit on all your shots. Like those hands can only take so much so long. So knowing when to sit on the punches and just kind of when to arm hit, that was one big thing I had to learn. Another thing learning is that you're not going to feel those punches. You're just going to wake up. In boxing, you kind of feel everything, and you have somewhat sense of consciousness before you lose consciousness. I've never been knocked out. I've been dropped, a few times, but it's just like, the gloves, you hit you, boom, you're like wobbly, and you get hit again, and you get hit again, and then you go down. If you get hit with a good shot that's going to make you wobbly or nothing in bare knuckle, you're going down. And again, that's from observation, not experience. But what I see is you just have to hit them right. It doesn't necessarily have to be hard. And I guess that's good for blunt force trauma, and that's good for concussion, because instead of being like dazed on your feet and then getting that after shot, I can see how that could really mess up somebody. What's another thing that's different in the bare knuckle, man? The clinching, the holding and hitting it's really kind of a game changer, because boxing wise, I could probably box 12 rounds out of shape, just from experience. Greco-Roman wrestling or standing jiu-jitsu, I don't know, hand play, all those kinds of things, I'm dead very quick. Any type of grappling, any type of clinching, it's a different win. So I had to build that wind up, and almost from scratch. And not this camp, but I'm talking about when I first started. I had to build that wind up from scratch, because wrestling is just a different, to be able to hold, at a high intensity for a long time. It's different than just being able to explode some quick, fast shots. So I had to train my slow twitch muscles along with my fast twitch muscles.
Great. Those are fantastic answers. And I'll agree. This is a sport where you can cut somebody with a jab in the first 5 seconds of the fight and end the fight.
And exactly. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Right.
Is another thing and so if you don't knock them out, and you just tagging them, they're gonna bleed. And if you tag them enough, they bleed enough. That's the knockout for you.
You said a few things there that I believe are proven by science. The getting struck in the head with a glove, your brain's rattling around in your head. You're not necessarily taking a shot that's going to put you down, but your brain is moving. Every time that pillow hits your head, and in this one, when bone on bone, the skin splits, it's a whole different story. That's one thing that you said. Another one is, and you said it perfectly, because when Mike Perry came on here and we talked to him, he said the same thing. He said by the 4th round, he said he could barely make a fist. He said his hands were so fucked up because he was trying to hit him with everything he had.
Mm-hmm.
And by the 4th and 5th round, he was open hand slapping Julian Lane, and the referee kept saying, "Stop slapping." And he was like, "Close your." He was like, "I don't want to close my hands." He was like, "They fucking hurt." Yes. So he said that was the biggest thing that he learned from that fight. You can't throw 100% power in every shot with no gloves on. You're fucked.
If you look back, and I have a cool still picture from my first fight, and it was like the 4th round. My hand is blown up. So just like you said, by the 4th round, I came out, I was like, ugh, I don't know if I'm going to hit him no more. And you notice I just started throwing left hands, after that. But then the second fight, I learned to stop sitting on those shots, man. Make them fast, make them strong, but don't put too much body in them. You're just going to hurt your hand.
Yeah, you could do more with less too.
Yeah,
just the placements of the shots to Elvin Brito over the past few years has taught us a lot about the sport, and we've become pretty close with him, talking to him, and I feel like learning from him and what he says about certain things, it's really cool just to kind of be a part of this. And as the sport's grown and people have realized, hey, this isn't boxing, because it used to be like, oh, it's the same thing, it's boxing without gloves. It's like, well, I mean, they're punching.
They are punching each other. Yes, they are in a ring.
And they're in a ring. Yep, that's another thing. Yep, there's a bell, there's a ref.
But they're starting 3 feet apart from each other. They don't have gloves on. It's a little different.
Things are going to be different here.
Things are much different. It's crazy how it's just little small things make a big difference.
And now, from fight 1 to fight 2 to now, do you feel like you learned this much from that fight with Diego to go out and execute against Luis Palomino? You went in there, you fought the best in the world, Luis Palomino, downloaded information from there. Would you say that you're even a more higher IQ bare knuckle fighter now going into this third one than you were last fight?
Absolutely. I feel like I'm just learning every rep I get. This is only my 3rd rep, and I learned a lot from the first rep, and I learned a lot more from the second rep. And so I'm very excited to showcase what we're going to do. And I know Rico's going to bring it out. He's not coming just to, just lay down somewhere. He's coming to bring it out. So we'll get to show all of it.
Oh yeah, he's another, like we said earlier, he's another well-seasoned veteran in the bare knuckle game for sure. So.
I know he's got 11 fights total.
Yeah, something like that. 9. I think he's like 9-2 or something like that.
And some good names on that record.
Oh right? Yeah, absolutely.
So when I beat Rico, there should be no excuse. Not that there was any excuse beating Palomino, except for Palomino's side, but there should be no excuses on who I am after manhandling Rico Franco.
Would you say, and I'm not telling you to this is not a shot at Luis Palomino. Would you say that fight against Palomino was easier than you thought it was going to be?
Yeah,
because
I did.
Okay.
And matter of fact, I tell you the first thing, just like how I said, there's 1 or 2 things are going to happen. He's either going to come at me or he's going to box. Well, the first round, I thought Palomino was coming. I thought he was going to bring it. I thought, and I told him the game plan. I said, it's in his best interest to make it ugly. It's in his best interest to try to rush me and push me into a firefight and make me make a mistake or something. And the first thing he did when that bell rang was he took a step back and went and started bouncing around on the outside. And so that I wasn't expecting that, and I was like, "Are you sure that's what you wanted?" What? Okay, jab, slip, jab, 1, 2. So again, I'm giving you the game plan, Rico. Your best bet is to make it a firefight. Your best bet is to try to catch me slipping or catch me making a mistake. If I do that, that's your best bet. Be warned. That's also your best chance of getting KTFO'd as well. But nonetheless, you know what I mean? You gotta take chances. It's championship, baby.
Let's go, man. I'm excited about this one. I if there was ever a time that we should go outside of the United States to go cover an event live, this is the one.
Bro, Marbella, have you done any research on Marbella? Man, there's a reason why Connor really ain't left since the press conference. I'm hearing rumors he got kicked out of Monticello.
He's having a blast.
Well, you guys are about to have a blast out there. You're gonna go defend your title out there. Team America.
Yeah.
America. I hope you do that.
Yeah. Suck on my balls.
Yeah. Man, that would be awesome. If you guys come out to that shit, that'd be hilarious.
Tony,
I'm talking Redneck. We'll see if Mundell and Tony are down.
Yeah, you should talk to Tony too. Tony's a good shit, man. He'll probably get down on something like that too.
Yeah, Tony's fun.
Tony's fun. One more question from the audience before we wrap up with you. How do you think Floyd Mayweather would do in bare knuckle? That's a question from the audience.
Floyd would get cooked, I think.
Yeah.
Floyd would do like Paulie Malignaggi did and try to box and just get, I think, manhandled a little bit. Even if you look at his boxing matches, when everybody gets rough, like Chino Maidana, he gave him problems. You know?
Yep.
And God, if anybody fought Floyd in bare knuckle, do not take a step back. Please just make it rough. Like, you could do that for me all day. That's fine.
No, I don't think that works with you either.
But make sure you go at Floyd, whoever, because his ass, if he keeps losing money, he might be knocking on bare knuckles' door.
I was gonna say maybe for the growth of the sport alone, and now that we
get a rematch with Conor.
That's what I was just gonna say. You got Conor McGregor as a co-owner here.
Dude.
Conor versus Floyd 2 in the bare knuckle
insane.
squared circle.
That'd be huge.
That would be
huge. It would be.
Put that on pay-per-view, and that would break pay-per-view records. Nice. And then all of a sudden, BKFC has a pay-per-view record over gloved boxing and MMA. Imagine that shit.
Uh-oh.
Hey, man, it's great talking with you.
Pleasure, man.
October 12th, everybody pay attention. He's going to be fighting Rico Franco on the biggest stage so far for the BKFC. We love talking with you, man. You're very knowledgeable and you're a champion. Any final words for everybody that's going to be watching? Hold on. Oh, we have
a picture. We have a picture. Picture. Yes, we do. We have this signed poster of Austin Trout right here.
Hey, got me my Tonys too. Yeah.
Look at that. That is it's courtesy of the Extreme BKFC fans page, Russ Maxim. You know Russ and Country. They do their thing. They provide us with these awesome pictures to give away. It is signed. The question, Kyle, do you have it ready?
I do have the question, and it's a pretty easy one if you guys pay attention to the sport. Austin Trout has only fought for the BKFC in this month. What month of the year were his two first fights?
Both of his fights were in the same month. What is it?
All you got to do is drop that month in the comment section, and you will have that picture of Austin and his undies on your wall. Signed. Boom. Anthony Camacho.
Anthony Camacho came in first. The answer is February.
There it is.
I got a question though, also for Austin. Check this out.
What is that?
This? Do you know?
Yes, that's a trout.
That is a trout. What kind of trout is that?
That's the cutthroat trout.
You know what they call that?
What do they call it?
They call that a Palomino trout.
What?
I swear to God.
Hey, I don't know how I missed this marketing.
I know.
For our fight. Oh man, we got to get that rematch just so we can bring the trout out.
A Palomino trout is also known as a golden rainbow trout or a banana trout.
Banana trout.
That is the real name of that trout right there. Is a Palomino trout.
Yes. I one night was looking up your fight, recently. It was probably like a month ago, a month and a half.
Trout.
I typed in Palomino trout and I hit enter and I was like, oh, I don't want a trout. This is a fish. Like, I don't need this. But then I look and I go, wait, it's Palomino. And I see the picture says, I click on it. It says Palomino trout. I said, no fucking way that's a Palomino trout.
Oh, man, I got to do more with my Google.
Yeah. You guys could have had shirts made. You guys could have had all kinds of merch made.
Exactly. That's dope, though, man.
You going to see this fight right here? And it's just a fish. They're like, what the hell is that? I don't understand.
Thank you guys. It's awesome. I love being on here anytime, for real. Let me know.
Absolutely. We'll have you back whenever. Say some final words to the audience that are going to be paying attention October 12th, and they'll let you get out of here.
October 12th, keep your eyes wide open. We have 3 title fights. They're all great fights. Mine seems like it's going to be a great fight, but I do everything in my power to make these fights not so great, one-sided, lopsided. Rico's not going to oblige, so I'm going to have to kick his ass and take a little bit of an ass whooping to get him out of there. But you all know I'm ready and willing, so tune in. It's going to be great. Catch it on DAZN, catch it on BKFC app, all that good stuff.
Let's go. The champ, Austin Trout. Austin, no doubt, Trout. Mike, you got anything else for him?
Trout versus Franco, championship bout, October 12th, baby. Marbella, Spain. Breaking records, I'd say. DAZN. Can't believe it. And it's history. It is history. It's going to break records. I'm telling you. It's going to break records. It's going to be on DAZN. It's going to break records. It's going to make history. It's all that good stuff. Have fun. Look, we didn't even touch on the concert. It's going to be a damn freaking concert afterwards, too. I mean, come on. Full fighting arena. Jesus. Oh, my God.
This is going to be fire.
Yeah. Go get kicked out of somewhere after that for us, all right?
That sounds good. Big Ben, I love that idea. I win, and then I'll go fight Bryce in Philly for the 55 eliminator.
There you go. Oh, my God. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. Everybody else. Everyone else, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Let's go. Welcome to BKFC 66. Let's go Hard Rock, Hollywood, Florida. Everybody, BKFC's taking over. Fucking dead. Swerve. Let's go. Let's go. Bare knuckle boxing. That's what it is. Tomahawk is in the motherfucking field.
Opposite 2 defeats with 1 fight even. He is the former Bantamweight World Title Challenger, fighting out of Broward County.
Hey, I told him, man. Hey, when I see Kai, he fuck. Trust
me. Dude, Big Ben at the beginning of that video is so goddamn funny. Where he like glitches at the end.
Riled up, man. He's all riled up.
He's like, and then Swervo goes, fucking Ben.
Like, fucking Ben. What's really funny is that Swervo's girlfriend was there. I think it's his girlfriend and Ben's wife, and they both like parted. They got away.
They got the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Left the guys there. They were like, these dudes are doing weird shit. I gotta get away. Get off the camera. Get away.
That shit is funny. Anthony Camacho, can you please message us on our Instagram page with your address?
Yes, sir.
After this show, do that.
Or you can write missionaccomplished@gmail.com, baby.
You can do that. Either way, I still owe you because I never got your shirt size. I'm a fucking asshole. I owe this guy I owe him some bucked up shit.
Gear.
I'm gonna get him bucked up. I'm gonna send him extra stuff this time. But Anthony Camacho, you won yourself an Austin Trout poster tonight. Send us your address and we're gonna hook you up, my friend. That was an awesome conversation with both of those guys, dude. I love this. I love what we do here because there's not a lot of fighters that we don't get along with. And Austin has been in the game for a very long time. And he's, what is he, like fucking 38-5 in pro boxing, former world champion. This guy's fought them all. He's done it all. And you can tell that he is extremely knowledgeable. Like he knows his shit. He knows his shit. And he proved it his first 2 fights. Like when he fought Palomino, he impressed the shit out of me. Like I was like, whoa, man.
Oh, yeah.
He seemed pretty comfortable in there against the pound for pound number 1. And unfortunately for him, it was only his second fight. So when the pound for pound rankings come out, even though you just beat the pound for pound number 1 guy,
I know.
You know what I mean? You only got 2 fights on your record. There is a voting committee, and who knows who those guys are voting. So they're not gonna vote for him to be the pound for pound guy until he gets 3-4 more fights. And that's just what it is.
You know what's crazy about Austin Trout, and I didn't bring it up, but it's amateur career. Okay. So check this out, right? Austin was the runner-up to make the 2004 U.S. Olympic boxing team. He would finish his amateur career with a final record of 163, 42, and 1. That was his amateur career.
So that's over 200 fights right there. Right? 163. What'd you say?
42 and 1.
42 and 1.
Yeah.
Quick math. Is that like 200 and 206? Yeah, 206.
Wild. That's a lot. That's amateur fights. He had that many before he started fighting professionally. Yeah. And then his professional career, like he is 37-5 in boxing. And then he's 2-0 in BKFC. And he's also been on Say Yes to the Dress. How about that?
Hey, who are our 2 winners tonight?
I have to go back and look at it.
Did Ike Qualman win?
I don't want to say no, but I don't believe so. I don't remember his name being said. Well, I have to go back now and watch.
Ike, you're asking, should you
we said who won,
right,
when they won.
Yeah,
so
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I know that Anthony Camacho won the second one, right?
You could trick me into saying you won something.
You could trick us.
Yeah,
you could trick us.
I'm fucking, what the fuck? Anyways, awesome show, man. You know what tomorrow is?
Your address, DK. Huh?
You know what tomorrow is?
Friday, baby.
It's Friday. Do you know? I'm gonna just tell you.
I can't wait.
Tomorrow is the first day in I don't know how fucking long. I don't have a single thing other than go to work in the morning. I gotta go to work.
There we go.
Like after work, dude.
That's happening tomorrow.
After work, there's no games, no practices, no classes, no nothing for my kids. I don't have any fucking shit planned with any other people. It is fucking awesome to know that I can just chill on my back porch tomorrow night, go in the pool, go in the hot tub, maybe do an ice bath, have a fucking drink with the family, and maybe watch a movie with the kids. I don't know. Like, I haven't had a day like this in a long time. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. What are you up to?
I am going to. So the last 3 days I've been in a class that was all the way at Bradley Airport, right? Way far away from me. I had to drive like an hour and 40 minutes to get to this friggin' place and then sit in a classroom all day long and then drive an hour and 40 minutes back. That's what I did for the last 3 days. It got harder, yes, as the days went by. Like today was very tough to like.
Were you doing it like this?
I was like this. Well, I'm in there. Mostly every single person outranks me too, because it was like a supervisor thing. So there was like a ton of like high-ranking people. So I was not falling asleep. But here's what I needed. And Anthony Camacho asked us, what are Kyle and Mike's drink of choice at the bar? I could have used one of these earlier when I was at these classes. Mine is I would prefer Grey Goose, but usually a Tito's and Red Bull. That is what I like. That is my number one. And number two is right here. It's a little bit of coffee with a little bit of Proper 12 Irish whiskey. I like Irish whiskey. It doesn't have to be Proper 12. I just happen to have that.
Yeah, and me, I'm a vodka guy too. I'm also a beer guy. I'll drink some beers. I like beers. I like IPAs, but most of the time when me and Mike are out, I'm drinking vodka with Mike.
Vodka
and club soda, vodka Red Bull, whatever. Yeah, Mike drinking like he's in college with the vodka Red Bull. Exactly. You know what it is? Here's what it
It's
is,
okay.
Anthony. We never stop. We never stop when we're on the road for these trips.
Yep.
We don't have a single drink like while we're working, and then like
Never.
1:30 in the morning when we're finally done everything and the press conferences are
Post-fight
over
press
and
conference, yep.
whatever. We're dead fucking tired, but we want to hang out and like mingle with people and network. The little bit of Red Bull caffeine in there with the wad keys is
Gets you going.
yeah, it's like Diet Coke, but not the soda. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, exactly.
It
gets you going.
Yeah, Diet Coke. Diet Coke.
Legally.
Awesome. Hey, thank you very much to Dave Mundell and Austin Trout, 2 champions coming on the show tonight. Fucking fantastic conversation with both guys. They're both going out to Marbella with Tony Soto, who we talked to last night. All 3 of those guys got the best opportunities of their life to perform on the biggest platform the BKFC has ever given. Awesome conversation. Thank you to those 2 guys for coming on. We got to thank our sponsors one more time, buckedup.com. Get over to buckedup.com, buy yourself some stuff, use promo code Mike and Mish 20 and you'll thank us later. You get in the gym, you get all buff for the winter. You got to get big for the winter. Is that a thing? Got to get big for the winter, right?
For the winter, yeah, sure.
You got to get big for the fall, all right? And then head over to Dynamic Life. It's at LIV Dynamic, Live Dynamic on Instagram. There's a link in the bio. Click the link in the bio. Become a patient in just 20 seconds. Get your weight loss, sexual health, and anti-aging under control. And then while you're at it, at Rasha Revolution on Instagram, it's the Rasha, www.therasha.com. You can go to the website or go to the Instagram page, hit the link in the bio, and you can learn how to become one with the Rasha and get that championship mindset like Christine Faria and many, many others, and Mike and Mish. Right, Mike?
Yes, sir. That is what you need to do. It works, so do it.
It worked, so do it. All right, God damn it. And next week, guys, next Wednesday, it is the 300th episode of the Mike and Mish Show. I'm very excited about this. We're going to have a lineup of guests. We'll announce those in the next few days, but the first one we will announce is the legend himself, the Huntington Beach bad boy, Tito Ortiz. Like we said earlier, Tito Ortiz is going to come on. He's going to talk about things with us. Huge fan of the BKFC, and can't wait to hear from the guy himself. How do you feel about that, Mike?
I think it's friggin' awesome. We have a couple more people in the works that we're talking to. Not sure who we're going to pick and put in, but there's some other people. Should be a really good show. And 300. Can't believe it's already here. And many more to come. You know, we got to get our 10,000 hours in before we get rich and famous.
I know. We're working towards it, dude. With that said, I think I'm good for the night. Mike, you got anything else to tell these peeps?
No, man, I'm good. Everybody have a good weekend. Oh, and just to finish off, you asked me what am I doing? I told you what I did, but I didn't tell you what I'm doing.
Oh, what are you doing?
Well, I got a whole bunch of kid shit to do. So tomorrow we're going to elementary school. We're going to do a movie night. They're doing like a big movie night, projector screen. We're going to watch Super Mario Brothers, ice cream, all that good stuff. And then I got art class, dance class, birthday party for kids.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the
I'm going
every
to
weekend at the birthday party. Why did so many people have birthdays? What is that?
You know what? Well, Friday I said I got tomorrow.
Too many people have birthdays.
Yeah, too many birthdays. Stop having birthdays.
Too many people
fucking losers
have birthdays.
Just like too many people getting married, Mike.
Yeah, too many people get married. Too many people have birthdays.
You know what I was supposed to be doing on Saturday? Remember this event that I had? I was supposed to be throwing horseshoes in the shit, but instead I'm going to a wedding on Saturday. Ugh.
Fuck.
Unreal.
That's so dumb.
The fucking nerve. Anyway,
what is wrong with those people getting married? Can they just not do it? Or at least how about you just don't have to go to it?
Remember the Bill Burr stand up? He's like, why do people keep getting married? 50% of marriages fail. Do you understand that? But people just keep doing it.
Yeah.
He's like, if I gave you a parachute and we went up in a plane and I said 50% of these parachutes aren't going to open, are you going to jump out of that fucking plane? No, you're not going to fucking do it. He goes, but statistics will show 50% of marriages fail, but people just keep on fucking doing it. They get right in line. They're like, oh, is this the line to lose half my shit? Awesome. All right. It's fucking.
I love Bill Burr.
The GOAT, man. He's the GOAT. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in, and we love you, and we will see you next Wednesday on episode 300. Right, Mike?
That's right.
Peace.
Peace.